Okay guys, it's time for another relationship tip. This question comes from a YouTube member. Let me look it up here. Small White Guy 69. Now, Small White Guy 69 from YouTube, he asks a very important question because all questions are very important when it comes to relationships. He says, me and my wife have been married going on 5 years and a couple of weeks. Our 5th year wedding anniversary is coming up. That's a great feat in the day and age we live in today. That's an amazing feat to say that. Let me get this gum out of my mouth. Okay. They've been married 5 years. And he says, just recently my wife has told me that I can no longer satisfy her in bed. And with our wedding anniversary coming up, this kind of stunned me and I don't know what to do. What kind of advice can you give me, Reed? Thanks. Okay. Size does matter, folks. This is something that a lot of women will not say it because they don't want to mess the relationship up. But it looks like your wife has become unfulfilled. And more than likely, this has been going on, I would say, for a number of years. She just recently she's become so discouraged, she's probably just brought it up right now. And with the wedding anniversary coming up, I have a great idea. But before I get to that, let's look at it from this perspective. Size does matter. Size is everything. For example, you're not going to go buy a TV and buy the smallest one you can buy. You're going to buy the biggest one you can afford. Exactly. Size matters. You're not going to say, I want the smallest TV ever. You're not going to go buy a small hard drive. You're going to get the most expensive one you can get. You're going to get a bigger house. Nobody ever says, I want to get a small house. Everybody says, I want the biggest house. I want the biggest TV. I want the biggest hard drive. It just goes on and on. You want the biggest boobs on your wife. That's another example. Okay? But now I have a great idea. With your anniversary coming up, this is me saving your marriage right here, because this will continue if you don't do something about it. And I'm an expert on this. I'm an expert on all relationships. I know what I'm talking about. I've saved hundreds of people's relationships, I guess you could say. But here's what I've got for you. What you're going to have to do, your wife is not being satisfied in bed, which means you're small. And that's just a fact of life. That's a fact of life with men. We're small. White guys are small. So what I want you to do, I want you to call the nearest male escort service and tell them you want a black guy for your wife on her wedding anniversary. Because all black guys are big, and that's what she's yearning for. She's yearning to be satisfied, and only a black guy can do it. All black guys are big. Any black guy will do. Just call them up, say, and just get her. Just get him for her on your anniversary. And what I want you to do, I want you to sit there on the wedding anniversary, surprise her with him, and have the bed all made up and ready for her. And you sit there and you watch your wife get pounded by this black guy. Watch her enjoy herself and watch her be satisfied like never before. And that will make you and her both happy, because, sounds like this is the only problem you have in your relationship, and you can satisfy her like this, and she's going to love you even more. She's going to be so grateful. And you can do this later on also, on birthdays, on more special occasions, maybe even a surprise weekend. Just sit there and watch your wife get pounded by this black guy. Watch him tire it up, and watch her enjoy herself, and you're going to be like, man, I've done it. You'll be happy. You've satisfied your wife, something you couldn't do, and everything's going to be great. Great idea. The wedding anniversary is coming up. You can make your wife happy and make yourself happy. There's no shame in being small. That's just the facts of life when you're a white guy. Hey, I have a hard time satisfying my wife. I'm not going to come on here and say, yeah, I can do it. I know better. I know there's bigger guys out there that can do a better job than me. I'm not ashamed to admit it, right? Well, she's not saying nothing, but it's true. It is true, 100%. 100%. Surprise your wife, and this will be a success, and this will make the marriage stronger. It will be an amazing thing. It really will. So anyway, that's another relationship tip. Once again, if you have any relationship problems you need me to answer, any advice, I can give it to you. Just leave a comment down below, or message me or email me at casualgamerreed@gmail.com. I'll answer it. I'll make it into a video, and I will help you save your relationship or your marriage. Like, subscribe, and comment. I'll see you guys next time. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you know you'd want a black guy. I mean, you won't admit it, but I know I can't satisfy you like a black guy. And I'm not ashamed to admit it. A lot more white people need to admit that. She's yearning to be satisfied by a big black buck. Oh, yeah, that's what she wants. Yeah, you are too. Yeah. You can be modest, but I admit it. I'm not ashamed. I'm not going to hide behind it. Yeah.